Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Amphibia Season 2 Episode 19B, the second half, called Battle of the Bands. And yes, I am aware that Monday I did the first half of Episode 19, the dinner, and I was also planning to do the second half, but that didn't happen. And I definitely didn't do anything Tuesday because, school. Wednesday, because it was the final day of my drawing one class, I thought I should celebrate a little bit, but I had to study really hard for a college algebra exam. Yeah, I'm not going to go into any detail because it's about college and homework and stuff and tests and exams. I don't go into detail about this stuff. That's not what this channel is for. But, so, yeah, and I just took the test today, and I feel, really good about it. The full calculated percentage should come up next week. Not on this channel, it's like for me personally, I'm just thinking to myself. So, but I feel really good about it, and I'm pretty sure I passed because I studied like really, really hard on it. So, and I double checked my work and stuff. So, fingers crossed. Passing college algebra, and it should be my final math class for college. I think so. I need to double check, but fingers crossing. Hopefully, I pass. I pass my other courses again. Probably need to double check, but I'm pretty sure I passed all of them. But anyway, that's not what this review's for. But that's what I was doing Wednesday, especially, and like Thursday morning was studying, and again hoping, fingers crossed, I passed, and I completed my exam, and today was the final day for like all of my classes. Excuse me. Except for drawing one, which was on Wednesday. And, since I didn't do the second half of episode 19, I definitely want to get that done. So that's why I'm getting it done tonight. I was also maybe thinking getting episode 20, True Colors, the season finale of season 2, done today. But because I was just relaxing today after that whole bunch of studying stuff, I just wanted to relax, and this video is coming out kind of late. Not too late, but kind of late, I think I'm going to save the season finale for tomorrow. I'll still be in my dorm, so I'll be able to get that season finale done. Will it just only be that? Because I'm thinking, if tomorrow I get the season finale done along with what I want to see in season 3, Saturday I'll be doing my reaction review to the season 3 trailer. I'm kind of wondering what I'm going to be doing Sunday. See, kind of. Well, maybe I'll be able to get into Secrets of Sulphur Springs, maybe. Like season 2 episodes like 1 and 2. Maybe, possibly. I mean, who knows? Because I got my Sonic 2 review done, so I don't have to worry about that. So again, I'm not sure, but I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit before I do my review, because again, this is the second half of an episode, and the first half was I did on Monday, and now today's Thursday, so, and also today's usually a day where I don't do reviews usually, so I kind of wanted to talk a little bit first. But despite all that, if I haven't mentioned on Monday when I did my first half, I reached up to 44 subscribers. So again, thank you for my 44th subscriber. It really means a lot to me. I'm getting like a lot more subscribers now, and I just really appreciate it. And hopefully, I get to 50 before May. It's getting nearer May, and like by like a day or a couple days, and getting like 1 or 2 more subscribers. So we're kind of not really far, but we're not really close yet. Because again, 44. I think when I reach 45, I'll say that we're kind of close. But maybe I should just hope for 45 subscribers before May. Yeah, maybe because we're right close to 45. But again, hoping to get to 50 also. But besides all that, college, my final classes, the second half of episode 19 and why it was like delayed and stuff like that, and what's coming up basically this weekend. Despite all of that, Saturday I'll be back in my house because again my first year of college is coming to a close, so I'll be home. And is that everything? Enough for the review. Just before my review. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. And before we get to Loggle, coming from the stage holding spoons, and Sasha in her new attire. See how she dressed up? Why couldn't she dress up in the dinner? Whatever. And you see like Toadie wearing like a choker with wearing like eyeliner. Let's get on with this episode. Again, we're not at this scene yet. It's close to the end, so you're going to be staring at this. And it's a really cool shot of the moon right there. Not like the best shot in the show, but it's kind of cool. But we actually start with Anne, Hop Hop, Sprig, Polly, and Marcy walking next to the statue. And then we have Marcy like, "Hey, Sash," and Grimes is sitting next to Sasha, and Sasha's like, "Hey." It's kind of weird for Sasha and Grimes to be Wartwood and not kidnapping people. Then Mayor Toadstool comes up on stage with Toadie, and Mayor Toadstool's like, or Froderick, I could say, well, because that's like his first name, but Mayor Toadstool. He's like, "Okay, everyone, like, settle down. I know everyone's kind of uncomfortable because Captain Grime and Sasha came back to Wartwood. And they're settling down, and then Sasha's like, why? Because we kidnapped the town? We enslaved the town?" And then Grime's like, "Yeah, it was just one time." That's not good. And then the Toadstool's like, despite that, like, "I think we should use some levity." Well, what is it saying? Levity? Yeah, levity. He said we could all use some levity, so I had the wheel of fun. And it was just made for just this occasion. And so I'm really glad Mayor Toadstool's coming around, kind of, because the original Mayor Toadstool, like before, like in season 1, he wouldn't care about the town's well-being if Captain Grime and Sasha would come in. Like, you just had to deal with it. But no, let's do a wheel of fun. He spins it, and then Soggy Joe's like, "Come on, massage train." It goes about the band's name of the episode. He's like, "Aw." But that'd be weird if land on massage train if it's called Battle of the Bands. And then Mayor Toad's like, "Okay, everyone, pair up. We're doing a Battle of the Bands." And then what was it? Anne says, "Yeah, oh, girls, are we ready to do like a Sasha and the Sharps like reunion?" And Sprig's like, "Sasha and who?" And then Marcy's like, "Yeah, we were in a garage band." And Sasha's like, "Surrounded by flames. We used to slay at talent shows." And Hop Hop's like, "Why do you humans say everything so so aggro? Like, why do you say it so intense?" But humans are intense. Like, you wouldn't believe. And say, "Okay, come on." And then, what was it? what was it? Oh wait, no. Both Anne and Marcy leave, and then we have Wally and Lago. It's a hop hop Sprig. Like, do you want to like join our jug band? And, like that's what Lago was like holding the spoons. We're doing a jug band, and Sprig and Hop Hop was like, yeah, sure. And Polly went with Anne and Marcy, kind of to be like help somehow. And Sasha's like, hey, Grime, I'm gonna go hang out with the girls. You're gonna, okay, do solo? And he's like, yes, everyone will tremble to my performance. And he's like, hee hee. Like, so he's got something planned. I love that. I can't wait to play that clip because, oh my goodness. But, we actually get to the basement and they have like instruments. Anne plays bass guitar. Sasha kind of plays electric guitar. And Marcy does drums. Oh, cool. And basically, and then, oh, what you got there, Sasha? And, oh, I got a dope beetle axe from Toad Tower. I'm wondering, it has to be like from like the North Tower because anything you had back in the, what was it? I forgot, it was like South Tower, Grimes Tower. The boom shrooms would have like caught everything on fire, unless this thing's fireproof. But sorry. So yeah, and then like and then Sasha has this like some sort of coral thing, like an amber, and then like poof, it does like this magenta sound waves. Is that connected with the Calamity box with like Sasha's like Calamity glow or whatever? It might. And but Sasha's powers were drained. Can this thing like recharge Sasha? Does Sasha know about it? Who knows? And this is the guitar I'm talking about, like the axe that she's holding in the image we're looking at. And basically, and Marcy's like, okay, like, what should we do for like the, oh, I think they were doing like a little like testing of their sound, and Marcy's like drumsticks like poof, went everywhere, and they're just having fun. I was like, oh, cool, Sasha's not manipulating anyone or kidnapping people or trying to kill people. Great, improvement. We need that. And Marcy's like, she's like banging on the drums, like, what song should we play for the Battle of the Bands? And Sasha's like, oh, we should play my song, not my song, my favorite song, Heart Stomper. And apparently Marcy's into that. Oh yeah, I'm into it. And what do you think, Anne? And then I'll get to Anne in a minute because I love Anne right here. But Marcy's kind of into this, what would you call it? Not dark, but that rock type of, not vendetta, but I don't know how to put it. Kind of like a, I'm going to tell you how you feel even if you don't like it type of music. And despite if you can relate to or not, this is what I'm like telling you. And like, and also it's kind of like a maybe self-discovery type of song where like, because even when Sasha actually sings it, she's like, oh, you may not think it's me, but I'm perfect for the part. Maybe not self-discovery, but kind of like fitting to like a role. Maybe that's how Marcy kind of feels, like fitting into like a certain role. But that's kind of interesting. But it does give me like Skeletor vibes for some reason. So that makes me think: is Marcy evil? Does she have a plan? Is she gonna become Skeletor? That'd be pretty funny. And this becomes like He-Man / She-Ra and do this fight, and with Marcy's like evil magic. Just give me that battle or fan art or something. I love it. And Marcy just has a skeleton face, but it has like a mask. I love it. I don't know why. I just would love that. But despite that, what was it? Oh, and then and Marcy's like, "What do you think, Anne?" And she's like, "Oh, that's an okay song." Because Anne's like not really into it. She doesn't hate it by any means, so she doesn't really not really into it. She's like, I wrote a song about Amphibia, and I thought we should play it together. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's great, and I didn't know you were writing a song. Me neither. And which kind of makes sense. This isn't like where some things that other shows were like, why wasn't this introduced before? It kind of makes sense where Anne seems a little bit embarrassed, and this is like very private thing, like maybe like she's like alone in her basement and stuff. And you've seen it a couple times, many times. Sprig like burst into her basement like unannounced and stuff, and Polly, Hop Hop, and Sprig are always with her. Even Hop Hop probably weren't around. Sprig is always with her, or around like the and around the townspeople and stuff like that. So it kind of makes sense why we haven't seen it, and it's usually with like the planters, and the planters probably don't like know about this song, and Anne seems kind of embarrassed, so obviously Anne would want to keep it private, or maybe like hum it like to herself, like, you know, when she's like alone, because again she doesn't like say, oh yeah, I wrote a song. No, she's like, you know, I wrote a song about Amphibia, I thought we should play it together, kind of very soft tone, like well, you know. So it kind of makes sense why we haven't heard it before. It makes sense, or at least heard that Anne's writing a song. It makes sense because, you know, she's embarrassed a little bit. And then, like, you know, are you okay with this, Sasha? And she just has this look of, I want to play my song, not yours. But Sasha's trying to get Anne's good side, so I don't want to mess things up until, like, oh, because back in the dinner, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but like, she said, as soon as like the dinner goes well, I'm gonna get this friendship back under control. But at the end of the dinner, they kind of came to understanding a bit. So I don't know where Sasha's like heading towards. Who knows? Again. So Sasha's like a very conflicted person, very conflicted motives. That's what I meant to say. And, you know, and Sasha's like, oh yeah, sure, play it to us, Anne. And she's basically saying like, oh, the riding snails, and it's no big deal. The song's called It's No Big Deal. Oh, eating flies, it's no big deal. And it's like, finally me, and it's no big deal. And like, you know, and it's like, okay, you're doing great, guys. And it's becoming like a little bit more confident with it. Okay, Marcy, you hit it with the drums. Sasha, you do a cool guitar solo. And, you know, we do the lyrics one more time, like the final set of it. And then, you know, one more sound with the bass, and then that's it. And then, like, what do you think? And Marcy's like, oh, that sounds great. And then Sasha's like, yeah, that sounds good, but I have a few notes. And I'm like, oh boy. Sasha's like, and it's like, well, but see, it's good to get collaboration, especially if someone's trying to change. It's good to get their input, if you know, if you can trust them. And Anne trusts Sasha. So Anne wants to put, you know, her trust into Sasha. And she's like, okay, are these bug costumes? Like, no, thank you. She's just crossing them out. This seems like Anne's like final draft. You don't do that. Like, you know, Sasha said like she had a few notes. Did Anne know that Sasha was gonna write all over a notebook? Anne doesn't mention it. Should I let it go? I'll tell you guys at the end. I'm still thinking about it because I'm like, this is Anne's probably like final draft in her artwork, and you're just again, Anne doesn't really seem a big deal about her writing all over a notebook, but really about how Sasha's taking over her song basically and changing it. Like, that's kind of like a difference, but again, I'll tell you guys at the end. But she's like, bug costumes, no, we need to cut a few of the lyrics, and like the words are all over the place. Marcy, we have to cut some of the drums up. It's like too much. And then Marcy's like, oh, it's kind of simple. Like, you know, it's simpler. Is this like a way of Sasha telling Anne, you need to stop being so complex and be like simple, like a simple-minded, like follow my orders? I might be grasping at straws, but this song is very complex. Like, I came to this world, I made friends, I made enemies along the way, found a new family, and I finally changed, and it's no big deal. And Sasha's kind of reading into it, kind of like, we should cut it down and make it more simple. Am I reading too deep into it? I might, but I don't know, game vibes. I gain vibes. Just like Marcy with Heart Stomper, I gain vibes that she might turn into Skeletor. Who knows? I'm sorry, I'm still into that. What else? What happens next? Oh yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, it's good, but it's not my song. And then, like, you know, the lyrics are different, the melody's different, everything's different. And then Sasha's like, that's called collaboration. And Sasha is wrong, but Sasha doesn't really know what collaboration is. Like, you know, we don't really know her home life. We don't know how she was raised and how she learned music. We don't really know. If this was Sasha's idea to get the band together, And how did Sasha learn the music in the first place? Did she learn music from like a dark place? We don't know. So again, Sasha just probably doesn't know what like real collaboration is, and Anne and Marcy never really had the guts to tell her like, no, you know collaboration wrong. And we could teach you what real collaboration is. See, that never came up because Anne and Marcy had the weaklings, and Sasha's the bee queen or whatever. That's how it used to be. And Sasha wasn't anything simple. What else? What I'm saying, what else? What happens next is basically, and then Sasha's like, it's a collaboration, and Anne's like, no, it's a hostile takeover, and they're kind of giving each other the stink eye. Oh, I also forgot. Sasha said, Frobo, fog, like more fog but less fog, and he has question marks for eyes. What are you talking about? And Polly's like, oh, Polly, you need more of the glowing mushrooms to like get the more of the glow, but Polly can't hold all of it. It's like all over her face. And you see like, Polly is eating popcorn and she's handing it to Marcy, but Marcy's like, no, I don't know, I need popcorn. Because Polly just loves fights. And Sasha's like, it seems like I'm taking over your life again, so I should just leave. I was like, oh. I think this might have been like a good decision on Sasha's part, because she could have just, what another scenario would have happened, and I think it could have happened. Sasha said like, no, we're doing it my way, and they got into like a fight, maybe fighting over the notebook, and I think in a sense of arrogance, Sasha's gonna win. I think Anne's probably gonna get the upper hand on her and kind of maybe push her down a bit, like actually push her, like saying like, no, this is my song, and you have to see like a shadow of Anne hovering over Sasha. Is that too much? It might be too much. But Sasha's like saying like, oh my goodness, she has to change it. She has to put me in my place. Like, oh my goodness. But again, I might be reading too much into it. But Sasha makes a good decision by saying, I'm just gonna leave. And Anne's kind of being a good friend, empathetic one. It's like, hey, come on. We're supposed to be a team. We're supposed to be together. It's not gonna be as fun with you. And Sasha basically says like, you guys get to have the fun you want. I get to have the control that I want. We all get what we want. Yeah, but in life we don't always get what we want, and sometimes in a band it's not just all about. It is mostly about the fun. It is all about working together, having the fun. But sometimes when you're in a business with a band, sometimes fun isn't always on the top priority, even though you want to be. Something always goes in front, and that's what kind of like what they all need to learn, especially with Sasha. Oh, Anne and Marcy want to have their fun, but they also need like leadership and like of like managing a business and stuff like that. And Sasha's like, oh, I get to have the control that I want. Well, you can't have it. Like, I'm sorry, unless you want to be a solo then. But you're even gonna have a manager or something, so you're gonna have to listen to him or her or them. But anyway, getting to band stuff, I shouldn't. And and basically Sasha's like, oh, don't worry, I'll still be rooting for you guys, which is nice, to root for your friends. And and Marcy's like, who's gonna play the big guitar solo? And it's like, I don't know. And Marcy's like, don't worry, we'll figure it out. And then Paul's like, hey, you girls gonna pay me and Frobes charge by the hour. And Frobo's eyes turn from question marks to like coppers, so that's pretty funny. You kind of the level out the intensity, kind of. And she goes to Felicia's house, Ivy's mother's house, like with the rented room. She goes to Grimes' room. Who are you? What do you want? Oh, Grimesy, how you like to be in a band with me? He's like, no, I'm a solo. Oh, what are you doing? What are you hiding there? Do you know this isn't like a real battle? Yeah, I know, but I still intend to win. Hey, what's over there? And she just pushes Sasha and closes the door. What Grime has behind the door? Oh my goodness, I won't spoil it, but oh my goodness. And what happens? Oh yeah, basically Sasha's like, okay, I guess I'm a solo act. And I also forgot to mention that Toadie's like, oh, Mayor, do you want to do our like duo together? And Mayor Toast was like, since they're gonna be judging, I'm gonna actually be judging this year, Toadie, and I got 16 hours to myself. I'm gonna take a nap. And then this is interesting from Mayor Toadstool. He's like, why don't you take time by yourself? And that's really good. And Toadie's like, time by myself? So I forgot that part. And Toad's like, oh, the mayor's napping, and everyone is like paired up. Who's gonna boss me around uncontrollably? And Sasha's like, hey, Tiny Frog, you're gonna come with me. And this is where we get Sasha's song, Heart Stomper. And the voice actress, Annika Aken? I probably said that so wrong, I'm so sorry. But I think it was Annika, the first name. And she's like, like, I'm a heart stomper, stomping on hearts. Like, you may not think that's me, but I'm perfect for the part. And then Tony drum solo. Yes, the band's popping. He's like doing it. It's like we're bigger drum solo. We're finished, and they both do like a dab thing. I don't like it. I think that's like my first complaint. I think, yeah. It's like, and then we actually see kind of Sasha kind of wanting collaboration, but she didn't know that she did need it, but now she knows that she needs it. She's like, oh, what if we did like a C minor instead of a D flat? He's like, love it. Is it? Oh, what if instead of like, doing the other moves, we do this move? And he's like, sure. He's like, what if we shoot you out of a cannon? Yeah, no problem. Dude, don't just agree. Express your opinion. Sasha is such a hypocrite. But it's okay, you're just realizing. And he's like, I stopped having opinions years ago. I'm kind of thinking, how old is Toadie? Because we kind of learned something. And, basically, and then, Sasha's like, oh, how do you live like that? I have opinions about everything, and if I'm not in constant control, I go insane. It's exhausting. So Sasha's tired. Tell your friends and they can probably help you. But, despite that. And then Toadie's like, what if you give the reins rest, stop being in control, hand over the keys of the wagon. And Sasha's like, okay, I get it, with the references. But the point is, even if you want someone to go all the way, you can't force it, even though how much you want to, and you care about your friend. And he's kind of blushing. He's looking at a vote for Mayor Toadstool button. So Toadie's kind of into Mayor Toadstool. I'm assuming Toadie is an adult since he's the mayor's assistant and he's just a tiny frog. I'm just assuming because he's shorter than Sprig. But again, I don't know what type of frog he is. His name is Toadie, but I think he's a frog. Again, I'm not sure what type of frog he is and if this is his full adulthood or if he can grow taller. I don't know. But who knows? I mean, he's that height right there, so, But and then Sasha's like, oh, thank you for that advice, Tiny Butler Frog. No, come on, let's finish this, and, let's rehearse again. And Toadie's like, this is gonna hurt. And you can, hear, see the sound waves, from, the trees and stuff, from, the beginning shot to the end shot, so that's pretty cool. We get to the Battle of the Bands, and it's pretty cool. First things first is that we have, Chuck. Well, no, but first we have Mayor Toadstool with, Albus Duckweed from, what was it? The, How Popular? The political race, and from, what was it? That Thai episode, when Anne was doing, the restaurant renovations for, Stumpy? Lily Pad Thai. Those two were in season 1. Well, one was in the first half of season 1, and Political Run was in the second half of season 1. But basically, he's like, we're gonna be judging. He keeps on getting his name wrong. Well, he's like, oh, Goose Lily, and he's like, I was assuming, oh, maybe he doesn't know, but and then he's like, oh, my name is Albus, and he's like, okay, Goose Lily. Get his name right, please. Oh my goodness. We have Chuck. He's like, I grow singing tulips, and they usually give scores, and I forgot all of them. We have Mrs. Croaker doing some weird thing with her pets, kind of what do you call it? Oh, or something. And Mary Toadstool gave it a 2 or something. What the heck? We get to Hop Hop, Loggle, Wally, and Sprig, and they're doing and Sprig's playing his fiddle, and they just fall, And he's like, yeah, like, no. And then, here we go. Wait, hold on. Sorry. It's been a while since I clicked it. Okay. And then, and they're like, oh, we had fun. And, like, we see, like, Wally, we see Hop Hop with the jug and Sprig with his fiddle. And, like, you see, like, Sasha in her outfit. It looks really cool. And you see Toadie with his outfit. And then Sasha's like, oh dang, look, your outfit's like, oh dang, it's like something else. And look at her outfits. Why am I mumbling my talking? It looks really nice. And look at Sasha, like, oh, something else. She doesn't want to insult them. Hopefully I'm not cutting her off.
I'm a dragonfly, and I'm the personification of metamorphosis. Cool. Well, have fun out there.
Well, she said, I'm a dragonfly. And Martha's like, I'm the personification of metamorphosis. And Sasha's like, okay, like, have fun out there. I really like their outfits. And Toadie's like, he like dyed his hair. Should we be worried about them, like, for the competition? And I guess Sasha's like, second to last, I think. And Sasha's like, oh, I heard the song, but it's okay, like, it's aight. And but it's not as good as, like, if I was in control. And look, this is Anne's guitar, if you guys were wondering, because I didn't like show it before. And Sasha's kind of like, talking to Toadie, I was just wanting us to succeed by me being in control. I was just trying to be a good friend. Why couldn't they see that? And then Toadie's like, yeah, I know the feeling. But as much as we want our friends to succeed, we can't force it. And Manitosa's like rubbing boogers on, what was his name? Albus Duckweed. It's so disgusting. And then, Toadie's like, oh, we just had to be there for them. Like, no matter, but that's what a good friend does. And Sasha's like, oh my goodness. Kind of like, And then I love how it was like Sasha and the Sharps, but Maritosa was like, behold, like, the Sharps. So it's just the Sharps without Sasha. And we have Frobo. Like, geez. And, like, and we have Anne. I really like this. And I love Anne's, like, like, face, I guess you can call it, like, face paint or face tattoos. And she's basically talking about how, like, open the magic box, getting stuck into a swamp, meeting frogs, toads, and newts, like, making friends and enemies and stuff like that, finding, like, a family and stuff like that. And I really like her voice, and Anna Mars is like, it's no big deal. And, like, you always see Wally there, and they're kind of clapping, and, I want to play this right here. Okay, sorry, I don't want to play too much. But you see, like, Hop Hop and Sprig kind of hugging each other from the audience, saying, like, oh, I found a family, like, like, I found new friends. And Hop Hop and Sprig, like, oh. If you wonder where Polly is, like, she's up at, like, the top where, like kind of like doing, like, the spotlight, kind of. And, like, animals are like, oh, brush off the dirt, like, move on, like, from the past, and, like, start again, basically. Start anew, because that's what, like, this show's about. I think Matt Brawley said is about change and growth and learning from mistakes and accepting it and moving on and stuff like that. That's what Anne's song is about. Brushing off the dirt and starting again, starting a new path. And I love how, like, Sasha, a lot of people, kind of including myself, why is this one light is shining on Sasha's eye? And people's been saying that's the eye where it's going to get cut off or something. That's what people have been saying. It might happen, because I've been seeing, like, a lot of angles and stuff. It'd be kind of weird if it doesn't happen. If it doesn't happen, who knows, I might get over it, but who knows. But I kind of like Sasha's kind of, like, smiles, like, look at my two friends right there just having fun, and I'm just acting like a buffoon sitting out here. like, oh, like, yo, eating flies is no big deal. And then, and then he's like, hey, play loud. And Mary Toast like, I actually liked this, like the battle axe and like the sword for like the guitar. Yeah, battle of the bands. And Mary Toast was like, hey, this is good. It's very catchy, but there better be a cool guitar solo. And Anne's like, okay, here it goes. I guess she was gonna do the guitar solo. But Sasha came in, and this is what I mean about like the amber thing, and like and then boom, like does like a big like sound wave thing, and they're like, oh, it's no big deal, and like Marcy's kind of like waving her drumsticks, kind of being very playful, and they're all playing together. I love it. I just wish Sasha was in her outfit, but it makes sense why she wasn't in it. One, she doesn't really like the outfit. Two, she was gonna do her own song, and this was like a last minute change. It makes sense. It would have been nice to see Sasha in her bug outfit. I think it was like a mantis or something, but it's fine. At least Sasha was like dressed up, not in her armor. Ooh, okay. And and Sasha's like riding snails, and it's no big deal. And Marcy's like, eating flies is no big deal. And I just love this shot right here. And Anne's like, finally me, it's no big deal. And I just love this right here. Like, everyone's like cheering them on. And like, hey, they're both getting an 8. 8 out of 10. I give that, that means great. At least for my scoring. And they're like, oh, Sasha, like, you made it. Like, thank goodness. Like, we wanted to do this with you. And Sasha's like, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it took me so long. And like you kind of hear like the somberness in her voice. I'm kind of thinking, Sasha, we gonna do next episode? Oh my goodness. And Toadie, because I guess Sasha told Toadie before, like off screen, like we're no longer doing the song. I'm gonna join Anna Marcy. And Toadie doesn't mind. He's like, hey, Mary Toast, like basically, Sasha and me and Sasha's song, we're not doing it anymore. And Mary Toast was like, okay, I guess like the next song is being canceled. Guess that means grime time. Oh. Here's the thing. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. Polly's like up in the Raptors. Here's the thing. Here's my only complaint. Why is Grime in his armor? We saw him change clothes for the dinner. That's really my only complaint about Grime's thing. But look at this thing. I was like, when I first watched this, like, what's Grime gonna do? And he's about to open it. Oh, I love this. Oh, look at that. And they're like, and if you guys don't really know about me, is that I love classical music. It might be my favorite type of music. Like my top 3 or top 4 is classical, jazz, country, and classic rock. Like those are my top 4. It was like country, then jazz, then classic rock, then classical, then it went to jazz, country, then classical, then classic rock. Now it's kind of jazz, then classical, then country. I don't know, but that's like my top 3: country, jazz, and classical music, like harps, like that type of stuff. And I just love this right here.
This piece is dedicated to the serenity of nature.
I love it. I love it. Whoa, okay, I don't want to play too much because it's okay. We're okay. But basically 3 hours later, we're all crying. Oh my goodness. Well, look, Ivy. Oh my goodness. And there's Stumpy and there's Mrs. Croker and Gertie and what's it, Chuck. And then Grime's like, oh behold. And they're like, okay, Grime wins. Well, did 10-10, I agree. He's like, yes. And then Mark's like, Sasha, I'm sorry that we lost. And then Sasha's like, even though it pains me to lose, it was worth it to have fun with you guys, and that's the whole point, right? And then I love Manito's still right here. He's like, okay, everyone, before we all like wish each other good night, but before we like head home, basically, into our houses, I want to give one final announcement. As I understand it, you three girls will be leaving us, and this is kind of interesting. And it says like, yeah, with the box charged, we're heading to Newtopia tomorrow, and that'll be it. We will be going home. And I love it. And it's like, everyone, thank you so much for welcoming me into your town. I know it was a rough start at first, but I've grown to love you guys so much. Thank you, like for like everything. And this is kind of interesting. Well, Anne's basically, because Anne connected with the town, Sasha's kind of like happy, and we see Marcy. Why is she making that face of? Was Anne first said, we got the box charge. We're gonna give it to King Andreas, and he's gonna send us. He's gonna send us some. Why isn't Marcy smiling? Again, I feel like there's a secret. Skeletor, maybe. Who knows? That just might be wishful thinking. And like I love this, like oh, like I love you guys so much. I care about you. And Lago looks sneezes, and Mr. Coco, oh dear, like hush, like it's no problem. And Anne's like, hey, how about I give like one last photo of you guys? And Maritos is like, yeah, everyone line up. You got so close. And like I love how Sprig set up the phone, like 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the oh, I guess Sylvia came. And what was it? Anne says, "Oh, Sprig, come on!" And like Sprig did like a dash thing. Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, okay, I guess that's it right there. And look at the shot. Maybe this might be the thumbnail. This is really cool. Because I'll be talking about it a little bit after this, so this might be it. But look who we have here. We have Sprig. We have Maddie and her 3 little sisters. I love them bonding. We have Hop Hop. We have Sylvia. We have Polly. We have the baker, Maddie and the sisters' father. We have Stumpy. We have the sheriff. We have Mayor Toadstool with Toady. We have that farmer girl. We have Flea, the resurrected Flea. We have Soggy Joe. We have Frobo. We have Bessie. We have Michelangelo. We have Ivy, Chuck, Sakurai, and Nettles. Look, right there. If I'm pointing in the right direction, I know the camera's like in reverse, but by the trophy where it says the number 1 and go up to the house, he's right there. I guess the ghost wanted to come. We have Albus Duckweed. We have Chuck, Ivy, Felicia, Sasha, Ann, and Marcy, Hop Hop Polly, Grime, Wally, Mrs. Croker, Sadie, Archie, Lago, that guy, Gertie. Oh, there's that guy. What was his name? Oh, it was when Sprig went psycho. Of the define who sold the blue moon shell for Ivy. What was his name? I forgot his name. Oh man. But there's a girl behind them, and is that it? Did I mention everybody? Yeah, I think there's everyone, and they're saying right by like the statue with like the fountain and stuff. So that's really cool. And everyone, this is the, again, I'm sorry that this segment came out later than I wanted to, but tomorrow I'm going to be doing the season finale, episode 20, True Colors. And, stuff's going to happen. Not going to say what, because that's meant for tomorrow. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. And I'm still kind of wondering, am I going to do what I wanted for season 3 on the same day? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Oh, I forgot to give my rating of this episode. I forgot my rating of the first half of this episode, but let me focus on the second half. Let's see. Ninety 95. Oh, I forgot to mention there's a number one trophy right there. I guess that's meant for Grime. That makes sense why he's like right next to it. Wait, what was I talking about? Right? Okay, 95. Is there anything else? All right. Wait, 95, 90, 85. You know, kind of going over like the complaints that I said, with some stuff they're kind of willing to let go. I give this a 95%. You know, I'm not sure like which is the thing I can't really decide like to let go. It's either Grime not being dressed for the occasion, or it was one of Mayor Toadstool's acts. Like he this on purpose like forgetting to say Duckweed's actual like name and him putting like the boogers on him. Is either one of those two things, or it's Grime that night wearing something different. It's either one of those things. But yeah, 95%. This was fantastic. I forgot what I gave for the first half. Let me just think for a second. Let's see. 95, 90, 85, 80. 75, 75. Hmm. 85? Yeah, I think I gave it an 85. So I'm just assuming I forgot what I gave it, but I think recalculating and thinking about the dinner in my head as of right now, I'm pretty sure I gave the first half an 85. I'm giving the second half a 95. So 90. This was a solid A episode for episode 19 of Amphibia Season 2. And yeah, everyone, what do you think of, Battle of the Bands? Was it worth it? Again, I'm sorry about the wait. And yeah, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below. And wait, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, don't forget to share the video, right, just making sure to set everything, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the season finale of Amphibia Season 2, Episode 20. Maybe I should start with that. For Amphibia Season 2, Episode 20, True Colors, the season finale of Season 2. I'll see you guys then, the final episode for Season 2. Again, I might do what I want to see for Season 3 the same day, but who knows. I'll see you guys then. Alright. Bye.